Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Ishan Bhatti and this is online tutorial sessions from University of Sindh. Today we are going to talk about how a faculty member can fill his online profile. Once you log into your LMS account using your CNIC, you should be able to come to this dashboard. On this dashboard, basically there are three main things that you are able to do. First, you can go into your user profile, your learning management system, and apply for external head invigilators. Again, this service is not working active right now, so we're not concerned about that. Our major concern is these two things. At the moment, we start with profile. So once I click on my profile, I would be directed towards a page that would allow me to enter my personal information. Now, this personal information is again quite important to maintain a faculty member's complete record for online purposes and for future references. So all faculty members are requested to kindly fill their accurate data in here. Once you come here, the first thing that you would be required to do is enter your personal information. Under the personal information tab, you would be asking for your prefix, your name, surname, email address, date of birth. Then your CNIC number that should already be entered since you have logged in. Your CNIC expiry number, you should be able to enter that number correctly. So for example, my expiry number is approximately, if I come back here and arrow click and 2021. So I select 2021, the month in which it's expiry, and approximately I think that was the date. So you select the date very simply and very easily. Again, this is CNIC expiry date. You click on this expiry calendar icon. Once you click on the calendar icon, the year appears. If this is not the year that you are required or the expiry, click on the year and the year table chart would appear. Then you can use these two navigation arrows to change the year and select an appropriate year on which your calendar, on which your ID card would expire. So once you select that, then the month, then the day on which. So that's how the basically ones. Or obviously you can type in yourself as well the month, the day, month, and year wise. Father name, mobile number, mobile code, mobile number and place of birth, country, province, district, and other relevant information is supposed to be entered in the system. Kindly do ensure you give your permanent and home addresses as appropriately. Finally, your profile image, you are supposed to select a small image around 500 KB for your account. Then come into your upload CNIC. Here you are supposed to upload your CNIC. So once you click on upload, kindly go into your systems where you have and select your CNIC card. So you need two scans for your CNIC, a front separately, and then just click on a CNIC back icon and separately choose CNIC back. So this way we have CNIC front and back available. Then just click on save. Once this entire information is entered, it should give us successfully updated. All of the information here is mandatory, so do ensure that you fill your data in accurately. Fine. Then kindly go on to save and next, and it will take you that no data was changed, the data was already saved, and it will automatically take you to the next tab, qualifications. Now here basically we are supposed to provide our basic qualifications data. In order to enter the data, you need to come here and click on this add button. At the moment you would find that there is no data entered here. As soon as you click on add button, features would appear automatically for you. There you need to specify, for example, your minimum degree. In my case, if I start from PhD, your discipline of choice, in which area you have entered your data. So I select the relevant information and information technology. Obviously you can search here or you can type the name in. For example, if you type CH, the chemical would appear, and then similarly if you type in any other variable name or value, that can be sorted out easily. So if I type in information technology can come back here. Then you come here and specify your university or board name. Once you are here, if you see, all Pakistani university names should be here, and in case of foreign university, just type in the name. So if you type in the name and you don't see your name of university popping up in the list, all you need to do is clean that, backspace, make sure the list is back up, and then scroll down. Right at the bottom there's a known other. Okay, click on this icon here, click on this value here, other. As soon as you choose other, a text field appears at the bottom. So if your university name is not here, for example, if you have done university, if your university is foreign university and it is not in this list already, then you need to scroll down at the bottom and just click on other and type in the university name. So in my case it is International Islamic University MA UNI, sorry. Okay, so I just type in my name. So again, remember, if your university name is not listed here, just go at the bottom, click on other, and then you should be able to type in your university name and click on add, and it should be added into the system. So now hopefully somebody else might choose it and they might find it there. This is how you can add a university name in the list as well. So probably some other faculty member who has done PhD from the same university has already added that university, and you might find it in the system already. If not, do kindly ensure that you add that. Now you will find that the International Islamic University Malaysia name is there. Just simply select it there. Finally, we go into our institute department, and since it's the new university, it's not here, so just type in other and add that name here. So for example, KHULLI Kuliah of Information and Communication Technology. Okay, and I will add that as well here. Similarly, check if result is declared or not declared. Result clearance date, again you can select that by clicking first on the year. Here, as soon as you click, the year calendar pops up. On this calendar you can select the year by clicking on the year name, then the year chart appears. You can use this arrow to navigate between different years, so you can go back, you can select the year on which you actually were enrolled or the result, and then click on the month and then click on the particular date, and then that date is available. Okay, same process here. Your roll number, seat number, registration number from that particular time, you need to enter that. The marks and marks obtained. Now for PhD, this is again important. There is no total marks for PhD. If I remember, we don't have to supposed to give exams, so there's no total marks. So in my understanding, for this thing we will just give it 0, 0, 0, because I have no marks. It's just on audit courses. So for that case, we had confirmed from the director ITC. In that case, just leave it 0, 0, and in the system they have entered a check that if your marks are 0, that marks won't be counted anyway. We will just leave it and that way. We will just leave it like that. Okay, finally, start date, end date, and all other relevant information is simply there. Give your start date and when you started your PhD. Okay, so once all this information is given and data is filled in correctly from start to end date, then we come into upload your mark sheets and upload your transcript, or what we call a PACA certificate. So once you are here at the mark sheet, click on choose file, and you can select your PhD transcript, click open, and it should give you an error, or if it gives you an error, sorry, this means image size is too big. The current scan image that I have is too big, so click OK. This means that the file I was trying to upload is larger than the file size allowed by the system currently, which is 200 KB. So now how do we reduce the size? If this is the problem that you're getting, click on choose file size. You select this image file that you are supposed to upload. From that simple dialog box, just simply right click and click on edit. Simply right click, and as soon as the menu comes up, click on edit. As soon as you do that, you should be able to see Microsoft Paint. Now this is a software that is available in every Windows system by default, so you don't have to worry about that. Now this is a quick trick to reduce the file size. So once you open an MS Paint, go into resize button. Resize basically is feature available within MS Paint that allows us to resize an image. So for example, my image size is 400 by 400. Now in order to, this is the current size, 400 by 414, sorry. So in order to reduce it by less than 200, I have to reduce the size by 50%, right? So just a simple math, and I just do a less than 50%. Here percentage wise, that reduce the from original 100 to 50%. Click OK. You would see that file size is a little bit reduced. Now press or S, or if you want to save as, and I can save file size 2, for example, in this case, so that I don't overwrite the original file. Then go back into your browser. Here you would basically be able to see this 2 file available, and this time it should be, if you hover the cursor over, the size is 100 KB. So the file size is reduced, and now we have the file uploaded on the system. So here you need to upload your degree. So click on choose file and go into the degree and click on upload. If it again gives you error that file size is too big, we use the same quick trick to reduce the file size. So you select your image file, right click on it, and go on to edit. This is a trick to reduce the file size. I think this is the quickest we can do. So in here, just click on the resize button, and in my case, for example, I will just do 75. So from 100, it will reduce it to 75%. It will retain the most of the values, in other words. So if I just press S and go back here, and now if I select it, it's already there. Okay, so now it is within the permissible range. Once you do that, click on save. It should be able to save your record within the system. Alert, the start date must be filled, the end date must be filled. If you forgot to fill the data in, like in my case we have done that, the start date and end date is not valid. So let's just go back here and let's just see what we have done mistake here. So if I select the date and September and I think 1, what's happened, September and 1, so this should be okay. And then 2015 August, and I think the date wasn't correct, 27th, this should be done. Okay, total marks 0, all is done. Now what else is remaining? Let's just click on save once again. So if you don't fill any date correctly, it will give you that message. If everything is okay, now my PhD record data is entered. Similarly, we click on add one more time and we enter the data for our other degrees, which can be, for example, bachelor's. If I come back here, from your master's to your MPhil, bachelor's, or any other previous information. So all faculties required is to, in a similar manner, kindly go through this and enter all your academic record data into this portal. Then we will be moving to the next section, which is research interest and qualification. For that, I will be talking in different sections. If you are having any problem in filling in this data for qualifications, kindly let us know in your comments and feedbacks, or contact the director ITC and they will be happy to guide you further. This is Dr. Ishan Bharti. Thank you very much for watching.